Hello ladies and gentlemen, Holotide here, and today I want to talk about some extraction shooter tips and tricks that will actually help you out. Like, this video is not going to be like, just don't die and stuff like that. Some of it's going to be like general extraction shooter tips. Others are going to be more geared towards Marathon as like its own thing. I will have different sections of the video cut up so you can skip around if you only want to hear Marathon stuff. But if you're new to extraction shooters, I think you should listen to the whole thing. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you for all the love and support recently on the channel. So many new subscribers. Hello, and thank you. We're trying to hit 25,000 subs by the end of this year. We could hit 20K subs by the end of this month. So just hit that sub button. I would greatly appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and hype it. And in the comments, leave your best tips and tricks for this game. Somebody might get the pinned comment. All right, let's get into the video. So, the first thing that you need to get through your head is that you're gonna lose your first few loadouts and you're gonna die a lot. And that is fine. That is okay. Unlike other games where, dying, you get sent back to the main menu in a battle royale. In extraction shooters, it's part of the process. What matters is learning the game, building your skills, and eventually you're gonna walk out with pockets full of loot. So whether you're brand new to the genre or you've got Tarkov, PSD, there's gonna be something in this video for you. So we're gonna start with the general extraction tips. So the core concept, and a lot of people are gonna have a problem trying to grasp this, is that extraction shooters aren't about kill counts. You drop in, you're gonna complete contracts, you're gonna gather loot, you're gonna try to get out alive. Everything you carry out goes into your vault. Everything you lose on death is just gone. So you need to have this thought process where you're not too attached to your gear. Like we said before, gear comes and goes. Don't be too precious about it. It's a little bit different in Marathon because of the build crafting, but it's just part of the game. But if you learn to use what you've got, even the basic loadouts or the sponsored kits, you're gonna be fine. In my opinion, a skilled player with good positioning and a common rifle is gonna beat a nervous player with that exotic weapon every time. You need to stock up on ammo and consumables. That's a big mistake that new players make. They bring like one mag in, no healing. They think that they can get all this stuff on the map, and they win their first fight, then they're gonna run out of ammo and die to, a third team. In my opinion, you should bring enough consumables for at least 3 fights. If you don't have that much, use a sponsored kit, or you could play as Rook to farm gear and credits without risking anything. If you're new to the genre, I would just tell you don't rush your contract objectives. Play slowly, smart. I think that it'll help you avoid getting overwhelmed, learn the map, use skills that you have in other games like listening for threats, check your corners. If you start off by going slow, you're gonna naturally speed up as you get comfortable, but early on, no shame in taking it careful. Audio and extraction shooters is everything, so turn up your headphones, listen, keep your ears open. You're gonna hear threats before you see them. And in Marathon, especially, there's a lot of different audio cues, like footsteps on metal, gunfire in the distance, the sounds of birds letting you know that people are running around, someone activating an ability. With a good headset, you can pinpoint exactly where enemies are, so use that to your advantage. Something else I think that you should do is pick your fights. You don't always have to fight everything you see. That goes for PvP and PvE. Especially when you start out, try to take the fights that you think or know that you can win. That kind of comes from my Halo background. Never fight fair, always ensure that you're gonna have the upper hand. Whether it's getting the drop on somebody or having claymores and stuff set up, ensure that you're gonna win that fight no matter what. Because greed and ambition will lead to quick deaths. If you're loaded up with loot and you hear people fighting, a huge battle up ahead, maybe just go around because your vault's gonna thank you in the end. All right, let's get into the Marathon specific strategies. I think understanding, the game mode as a whole, but Marathon offers solo, duo, and 3-player squads. Going in solo is viable, but they've said it's very challenging. If you're new, maybe try to find a squad or at least one other teammate that you trust because communication in this game is gonna be massive. But if you are gonna play solo, I would suggest playing as Rook. If you're learning or just broke, this runner shell will drop you into matches in progress with a free loadout. You can't lose your main gear because you're not using it. It's perfect for learning maps, testing weapons, farming credits. Other players might shoot you, but honestly, some might feel bad and leave you alone. It's kind of a wild card, but there are a lot of people on social media that will protect Rooks at all costs, it seems. So it might be smart to just pretend like you have no idea what you're doing or you're new to the game, and maybe you'll get some good loot out of it from another team. But if you're on one of those teams and you see a rook, remember, they can be unpredictable. They can be a blessing or a curse, depending on how you treat them. So keep that in mind. I would also say pick a runner shell that fits your playstyle. I have a whole video on all the different runner shells, going over all their abilities and how the different playstyles affect how they are in squads and what kind of player would want to play them. But we're just going to go over them real quick. You have the Destroyer shell. It's kind of like a tank. It's got, you know, a shield, missile pods. Assassin is your stealth specialist. It's got invisibility and smokes. Recon, that's your intel gatherer. It's got tracking drones, can ping enemies. Vandal is the movement god. It's got all these crazy things. So all you Zoomer kids, you're going to love Vandal. Thief can steal loot from enemies with a drone and ping people with a drone. And Triage is your medic that has healing drones. It can revive actually like dead characters on your team. I might be a Triage main. But team composition does matter. I think a friend who plays Triage is a keeper because they're gonna literally keep you alive. Another thing unique to Marathon is cores and implants. Cores are shell specific. They only work for your like equipped runner. They're powerful, very limited. Implants are universal. Anyone can use them. They range from like speed boost and heat management and health upgrades. And build crafting in this game is going to be huge. You can turn any shell into something unique based on what you find during a run or how you equip it before the run. We're going to have videos going over, you know, build crafting, builds, how to play certain runners. So make sure you subscribe for that. So proximity chat is in the game, and you can talk to enemies now. It's a big change. You want to negotiate, try to make a temporary truce, beg for mercy. You can try. I think if all else fails, you just beg for mercy in prox chat and hope somebody's listening and feels bad for you. But most people are just going to shoot you and laugh. But who knows? You might run into somebody that likes diplomacy a little bit more. We're going to talk about team coordination and how communication is key. Use pings, call out enemies' positions, share info if you're in a squad. Get on voice comms. It will literally save your life and make the game more enjoyable, and you're gonna be more successful because of it. Coordination beats raw skill most of the time. I also think respecting your role is gonna be a big point of emphasis. If you're a recon, you should be scouting, pinging enemies. Triage, you gotta be healing and supporting. Destroyer, taking aggro while another character flanks. Use your shell abilities before your teammates die, not after. A healing drone deployed during a fight saves lives. One deployed after everyone's dead just gets you killed too. If you are engaged in a fight, make sure you got people covering multiple angles, spread out enough to cover ground, but stay close enough to help each other if someone goes down. You gotta get them up fast. And always, always, always watch for flanks. This can either be like an assassin coming up behind you or a third team. Always be scanning for people trying to sneak up on you. Let's talk about map awareness real quick. There's gonna be 4 maps at launch: Perimeter, Dire Marsh, Outposts, and Cryo. The first 2 seem to be your like low level, learning the game. Outposts is a little bit more intense, and then Cryo is like the hard map. But learn them. No loot spawns, no extraction points, sniper positions, safe routes. Map knowledge is the difference between surviving and getting kicked to the main menu. Also keep in mind that dead bodies do tell stories. Dead runners will decay over time. A fresh corpse means a fight just happened. So you need to be ready and on your toes. There might be somebody nearby. A decayed body, that's more, you know, a while ago. The area's probably clear at that point. But again, you know, if you have a recon, ping everything you see, check your mini maps and stuff. Use your character skills to take control of that map. All right, let's talk about loadout progression. In the early game, keep it simple. Start with whatever you're comfortable with, whether it's an SMG or a rifle, some nades, basic gear. I would not stress about having the best stuff right away or using it right away. I think you should be focusing on surviving long enough to find upgrades and get out and eventually have a really good build. I think a pro tip would be to check out the Arachne faction progression, since it is kind of PvP oriented. Those early weapon economy upgrades are probably going to be the most beneficial for most people. So even if you're broke, you're going to be able to bring in better weapons consistently. So I would check out the faction upgrades and trees and all that, but Arachne is probably going to be the safe bet if you want to just have like better gear. As you get more comfortable and it's, you know, like mid-game grind, you've won a couple fights and you've got some better weapons and equipment, now you can start using them. Mix up your range options. You can have a long range and a close range weapon. I would definitely suggest don't run two of the same type. You're just going to get caught in the wrong engagement and you're going to get farmed. Make sure you don't get greedy. Ask yourself, is it worth risking everything just to go check out this chest or something like that? Take that exit, get out of there. Don't just equip random stuff. Like, have a plan that complements your playstyle. As for extraction, I would say plan your route early. Know where the extraction is, you know, before it opens. Have your route planned. Have a backup. Don't be the person still looting when the extraction goes live. That's how you're going to die with, you know, all this gear in your backpack and you're never going to get to keep it. Again, greed gets you killed. Also, make sure if you see stuff just like lying on the ground in the open, that's probably bait and someone's probably watching it, waiting for you to go walk up to it. So just extract, keep what you have. Your vault's gonna fill up faster by surviving than by dying over and over and over and over and over and over again. You don't always need to be the aggressor. Don't tilt. Things are gonna go wrong. You're gonna get third party. You're gonna lose good gear. It happens. Just stay calm. Don't tilt. Cooler heads make smarter decisions. Just take a deep breath, queue up again, learn from what you did wrong. I feel like a lot of people don't do that. They die and they blame someone else or something in the game instead of actually looking at themselves and being like, oh, I made a bad play. And that's my rundown for Marathon. You're gonna lose gear. You're gonna make mistakes. It's part of learning, but I think with these tips and, you know, playing the game and whatnot, you're gonna be extracting successfully way faster than just going in blind and not even trying to learn. If this was helpful, drop a like, subscribe for more Marathon content after launch. Comment with what shell you're planning to main, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace!